Hi guys and girls, I'm Obsidian and welcome back to Elite Dangerous. This week there's a number of significant events happening within the game. Firstly, it seems that the Thargoids are ramping up their invasion, with 15 new systems coming under attack with destroyed stations, as well as hyperdictions happening within the bubble very close to Earth, and we'll have a look at that in just a moment. And the other thing that's happened is that a brand new station has now been constructed at the centre of the galaxy, right near Sagittarius A. And again, we'll have a look at that at the end of this section. So right here on the galaxy map, you can see the Thargoid activity, or at least the stations that they've attacked. The ones in red are the stations that are on fire, and these are all new. Up until this point, Thargoids have only attacked 1 or 2 stations per week, but this time we've now got 15 stations on fire. The markers in yellow represent stations that are under repair, and right here you can see just how close the Thargoids actually are to the Sol system. Sooner or later, it seems very likely that the Thargoids will attack Earth and the related stations. So earlier today I was heading towards one of those burning stations to check it out, and I got hyperdicted. Now please excuse the quality of the footage in this section right here. I was experimenting with the capture settings and I wasn't expecting anything to happen. So it was a big surprise to get hyperdicted, especially within the bubble and this close to Earth, around about 50 light years away in fact. So for those of you who are new to the game and have only joined in the past few weeks or the past few months, what is this all about? Well, the Thargoids are an alien race. They have some very unusual looking ships, and you can see one of them right here. Hyperdiction is a play on the word interdiction, and it's when these aliens, these Thargoids, pull you out of the hyperspace witch space tunnel. Now generally speaking, this is fairly passive. They don't usually attack unless you are carrying something that they may find, interesting. If you're carrying Thargoid technology, for example, it's likely they will attack you, and if you're in a ship like this one that's not outfitted for Thargoid combat, then it's very likely that you're going to be in a lot of trouble. Anyway, after a quick scan, they do jump away and leave you alone, assuming you're not carrying anything that they may be interested in. So yeah, there's that. Now, hyperdictions are certainly not a new thing. They've been occurring within Elite for around about 2 years now, in fact slightly over. But them happening at this close to Earth is very different indeed. And seeing that this many stations under attack, well, it just seems that the Thargoids may have plans up their sleeves. That is, if they have sleeves, but, I guess you get what I mean. At any rate, you will find some EX conflict zones, plenty of them dotted around, and if you want to go and join these, you can get involved in some anti-Xeno combat. Usually you'll have to choose sides here, or you can't choose sides with the Thargoids, but usually you'll have to jump in and align yourselves with the Pilots Federation. Personally, I find the Thargoid combat to be very interesting. There's some great activity going on there, whether you're fighting the Thargoid scouts like these ones, or some of the larger Thargoids. It's all a lot of fun, but yeah, do make sure you're correctly outfitted, and there are some guides around on the internet for that. I'll make sure I link some videos below. Now, as I mentioned right at the beginning of the video, the increased Thargoid invasion and the Thargoid presence isn't the only thing going on this week. We've also got the new station that's been built here in the centre of the galaxy. Now, this is a result of the Distant Worlds 2 community goal that occurred a few waypoints ago, where people were coming out here and collectively doing some mining. The result of that has meant that the station has now been constructed, but not in full. The station is going to be built in phases. And just very briefly, before I discuss that, let's get a feel for where the station is located. So right here, literally in the middle of the galaxy, many thousands, or tens of thousands in fact, of light years away from Sol. So yeah, as I was saying, the station is going to be built in phases. This is the way it looks right now, or at least this is the way it looked earlier this morning. This is the way it looks now. Something strange has happened and Frontier have decided to change the model. But originally, the Ocellus starports were exactly for this, deployment into new star systems with massive engines at the back. Eventually, those engines are removed and the superstructure is deployed around the station. That will be Stage 2, that occurs on February the 28th. Stage 3 of the construction will be deployed on March the 7th, and this date is when the second community goal will happen. And I'm quoting this from the FleetCom Discord server, which has been posted by one of the lead organisers there, Eramus. So the current waypoint for Distant Worlds 2 is waypoint 6. Waypoint 7 is where, or right near, where the new station is located at, and there will be a new community goal. Eramus goes on to say the community goal tier goals will determine what extra services will come online. The CG is expected to last for 1 week. At March 14th, we'll see Stage 4 deployed, and I guess that's the finalisation of the station with all its outfitting. Now, the community goal will be a mining one. Currently at the station, there's not much in the way of services, but there is some basic outfitting there. So if you head to this station, you will be able to outfit your ship with mining equipment. So then, there we have it. Two pretty interesting events within Elite Dangerous this week. A brand new station and something happening with the Thargoids that I'd assume and I'd expect is going to lead to something pretty significant very soon. At least, let's hope so. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys and girls next time.